Hello, my lovely Stampin' friends. It's Charlene from stampinwithcharlene.com. And it is Tuesday, August 31st, 2021. Thank you for joining me for Almost Live Stampin' with Charlene. You're gonna love tonight's project. This is what I am going to call an easel fold card. So it's a regular card size, our regular 4.25 by 5.5. But look, you open it up and it stands like that, like an easel. It's so cool. And look closely, look at this glitter paper. You're gonna say, wait, what is that paper? Well, it is this 6x6 pack of, it's called Bedazzling, and it is very bedazzling. And it is something that you can choose as part of Celebration, which is going on until the end of September. If you purchase $50 or more before tax and shipping, this is one of the items that you can choose as your free gift. So look at how fun this is. It's not complicated. So let me show you the different steps. If you follow step by step, you can make this so easily. You're gonna love it. Here's a closer look at the card, and you can see that it flips open like this, and then the sentiment down here is what this hinges onto so that it stands up, just like that. So for this card, I used the little flowers here from the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. And then I used, for the font, for the happy and the birthday, I used the happy and the birthday from the Biggest Wish stamp set. And I wanna just quickly tell you why I love this set, because there are so many different combinations that you can make with different fonts. So for example, you could do the cursive happy and then the solid birthday and then the cursive friend, or vice versa. Happy hello, you know, there's just so many different ways that you can do it with the different fonts, so it adds a little bit more excitement to the card. But the real star of this show for this card is the set of Scalloped Countours Dies, which includes these nesting rectangles that have different, you'll see like this one has, they emboss and they cut out at the same time. So this one has stitching. This one has stitching with a scalloped edge. This one here for the birthday, it has, if you can see, it has a scalloped edge, and then these are like little cutouts, and there's little dots on the side. So this is the star of the show, the set of Scalloped Countours Dies. So let's get started, and I'll give you all the dimensions and show you how easy it is to make this easel fold card. Okay, let's start off easy. Let's start off easy. And you just want to take a quarter of a piece of cardstock and the largest of the dies, and you want to run this through your die cut machine. So you will have one of these, and you can set that aside, and then take a piece of cardstock and cut it as if you were going to make a card. So this is 4.25 by 11, and then I scored it in half at 5.5, and we're going to fold it in half like this. And then what we're going to do is, this is important, take the same die and you're going to put it like this and run it through the machine. So what I want you to do is, you want to put this at the top so that if you put it here, it's not going to work, because you're going to then cut out two separate pieces. What you want to do is you want to cut it so that it's still together as one piece. So you'll see here, see how I can pretend this piece isn't there. Let me take this off for a minute. This is what you want it to look like. Okay, so you want to have this in the middle. So the way to accomplish that is to fold your paper in half and then put the die at the top so that just the scallops show. So if you turned it over, it would look like this. See how just the scallops are showing on the back? And then you want to run it through the die cut machine like that. Okay, so let me show you again. Place it on the fold so that just the little part of the scallops are showing on the top, and run it through the die cut machine. And then we'll be right back. Okay, so after you run it through the die cut machine, you're gonna have all these little pieces here that you can just use your fingers and they should just fall right out. Or you can use the die brush to run it along and get all of those out. But just to save time, let me just show you that this is what it's gonna look like. So you'll be able to open it up just like you would any other card. And then, let me get all those out. And then we're gonna score this one piece in half. So grab your paper cutter or your scoring tool, and we'll do that. Okay, so this is the folded part. And if you see, there's these little funky pieces that you might end up with at the top. If you want to, you can trim those off, but you don't have to. But what you want to do is take this top piece and fold it away from you. And this is the most important part. Make sure when you fold it that you line up the top corner with the top corner and these holes with these holes on the side. You want to make sure that everything is lined up and then make your score line. So it has to be lined up for the whole card to work. Then you can make your score line like that. Okay, now let's go back to our original piece that we made, and all we're gonna do is take some of our adhesive. I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus, and we wanna make sure that with this piece, we also line up all of the holes so that it just, when you look at it, it just looks like it's one card, like that, okay? And that is how it becomes the easel. You're just gonna flip it open like that. See how easy that was? So feel free, after you watch the premiere of this video, to then go back, fast forward. You can pause it if you want to, rewind, fast forward, so you can get the gist of how to do this part. And then all we're gonna do after that is decorate the front. So let's get to that part. Okay, so for the card itself, I use the largest of the dies. And then for the first layer, I'm gonna use the next die that nests inside of it. It's the perfect size. And I used the Sweet as a Peach Designer Series paper for this. And you'll see it comes out with a fun scalloped edge. And then there's a little bit of stitching. So I'm going to adhere this to the card base and just make sure it's going in the right direction so you don't do it upside down. Okay, and then for the next layer, this is the So Dazzling or So Dazzled 6x6 paper that is available right now until the end of September. If you purchase $50, it's part of the celebration promotion that's going on right now. So I just love how it adds pizzazz and bling to the card. So that is the next layer from the die set. And I'm just gonna put that on there like that. And then you'll see here on the sample, I finished it off by stamping the happy. I just used my Calypso Coral ink and stamped the happy on a piece of basic white cardstock. Just like that. And now to make the edges, see how it looks like it's laying on a piece of cardstock, but it's not. I just did the ink to paper technique. And believe it or not, I accidentally put too much, but I was like, oh wow, I like how that came out. So I kind of laid it down a little bit further onto the ink pad so that I could get a larger border of ink around it. And now this is all messed up because I didn't wait for it to dry before I touched it, but you get the idea of how I came out with that. And then I stamped the birthday on a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I used or basic white cardstock, and then I used the smaller, the next die, which from that die set stamp, I stamped the birthday also in Calypso Coral, and I die cut it out. This is that fun piece where it See, it's scalloped, but yet it kind of comes apart. It's so fun. And then you just want to strategically place this on the inside of the card so that it has a place for the top part of the card to rest. Whoops. Okay, so here's the new card I'm making tonight. So if I want my easel to end there, then I'm gonna adhere my final layer right there, and you'll see how the card just rests right there. And I finished it off with some gold trim and linen thread. I just made a bow and then I stuck it on there, and then I used some of these little gems to put as the center of the flower. So that is how you make the Easel Fold card with the Scalloped Contours dies. And also in this die set, there's an even smaller frame that nests inside, and then there is there are the two flowers that coordinate with the stamp set that goes along with this die set, and then this is a scalloped edge that you can use to make just a cute little border. So that is how easy it is to make this fun fold easel card. I hate to say I told you so, but wasn't it so easy? Just takes a little bit of time. Just, concentrate. Make sure you line up all the little holes. But it's such a fun fold card to add to your Stampin' techniques. So you can do it for any occasion. And I love how this die is perfect for this project. So thanks for watching. Be sure to join next week when I will be doing the September card class in the mail. And believe it or not, I can't believe I'm uttering these words. It's going to be Halloween cards. Can you believe that? I'm going to go jump in the pool right now because I don't want summer to end. But we have to stay ahead of the game or else it's going to be too late. I have to get all the supplies ordered, Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Splish splash.